Hello, first grade. Today we are going to be working on Chapter 7, Lesson 5. So I need you to make sure you have your pencil ready to go, your math book sitting in front of you, and you are turned to page 535. That's 535. If you need some time to get there, pause the video, and then you can unpause it when you're ready to move on. All right, so today we are going to be talking about bar graphs. And when we make a bar graph, many times we will use information or data that we get from a tally chart. So I have made us a tally chart over here on the side of my screen. You don't need to copy it down. We're going to use that information together. So what I'm going to do as I make my new type of graph is I'm going to color in a whole square for each time someone voted for that activity. So today we're talking about favorite summer activity, and people could choose between swimming, boating, or water skiing. So let's look over here at our data. How many people chose swimming? 3. So I'm going to color in 3 boxes for swimming. 1, 2, 3. Notice too, at the end of my color, if I go straight down along that line, I see the number 3. So go ahead and color in with your pencil those 3 boxes. It should look like one big colored in rectangle when you're finished. All right, next for boating, how many people voted for boating? 2. So I'm going to color in 2 squares this time. 1, 2. And again, when I go straight down at the end of my coloring, I can see that 2. That helps people when they go to read my bar graph. So color in those 2 squares. It should look like a little bit of a smaller rectangle than the first one. And then for water skiing, 5 people voted for that. So I'm going to color in 5 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I went a little bit past mine. Make sure that yours only goes to that 5th line. We want to try to be as neat as possible when we're making a bar graph. So color in your bars, make your big rectangles, colored in with your pencil. Then we're going to move on. I'm going to clear my whole page. We're going to turn our paper over. So now we have a bar graph. So a bar graph uses bars to show information or data. Use the tally chart to make a bar graph. Like I said before, we're almost always going to use a tally chart to help us make these bar graphs. So how many people voted for apple? Well, I see my tally chart. There are 2 tallies, so I'm going to write in my total, 2. Trace it. How many people voted for cheese? 1. And how many people voted for celery? 3. So write your totals into your tally chart. Then what we're going to do is use that information to make ourselves a bar graph. So for apple, 2 people voted, so we're going to color in 2 squares. You're really going to color in over where they did. You're coloring the whole square. For cheese, 1 person. That was not very neat. And then for celery, 3 people. So I'm going to color in my bar. All right, let's try to do one ourselves. So coming down here, people were seeing different shapes. So how many people saw each shape? How many people saw square? I see a group of 5, and then one more is 6. For triangle, I see 4 tally marks. Let's try to write that a little bit neater. There we go. And how many people for circle? I see a group of 5. 6, 7. All right. Now I'm going to do my bar graph. So I'm going to use different colors, but you can use just your pencil for all of them, okay? So for square, how many people voted for square? 6. So I'm going to color in 6 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. I'm going to color in as much of those squares as I can while trying to stay in the lines. Yours can be much neater than mine first grade. So color in your 6 squares. There's 6 different areas for the 6 votes. And now you see your bar. For triangle, 4 people voted. So I'm going to color in my bar to be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And lastly, for circle, 7 people voted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. All right. So your paper should look like mine when you're all finished. I'm going to clear my page, and we're going to turn to the problem-solving page together. All right. So number 5 says, a survey shows that 1 person likes oatmeal, 8 people like pancakes, and 3 people like scrambled eggs. How many people were surveyed? All right. So what that's asking us first grade is how many people did they ask all together? Well, we need to add all of those numbers together. So I'm going to add them all up. So I have 1 plus 8 plus 3. And I need to figure out what that equals. So I'm going to go down the line and add them together first. So 1 plus 8. What's 1 plus 8 more? 1 plus 8 more equals 9. And then I have to add another 3. So 9 plus 3 equals, let's count on. Ready? Hold up your fist. 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 people were surveyed in all. Next, it says Bryden saw fish and crabs at the beach. He saw 13 animals in all. If he saw 8 crabs, how many fish did he see? So I want you to underline your important numbers. I already did that. So I want you to do the same thing, please. Underline the 13 and the 8. Now it says he saw 13 in all. So that's the total number. And he saw 8 crabs, so how many fish? So what are we going to need to do? We're going to need to subtract. So let's write our subtraction sentence. We have 13 minus our other important number, 8. And what is 13 minus 8, first grade? 13 take away 8. Let's count backwards. Hold up your fist, say 13. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. So 13 minus 8 equals 5. So our answer is he saw 5 fish. Make sure your paper looks like mine. And then we're going to turn back to the independent practice. So what you're going to do is you're going to complete the tally chart after I show you how many votes should be for each thing. So get ready because you're going to draw the tally marks as I'm showing you how many people voted for each activity. So for jump rope, There were 4 people that voted. So draw 4 tally marks for jump rope. For slide, 2 people voted for slide. So draw 2 tally marks. And for basketball, 7 people chose basketball. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5, I cross. 6, 7. So copy those tally marks down, and then what you need to do first is write in the totals. And then you're going to come down here and you're going to make a bar graph based on our data. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow for math.